Today is April 11th.
Live streaming is on.
Thanks for the live stream. Welcome to the community call. We are going to go ahead and get started. I'm sharing my screen in Notion. All of these notes are transparent and open, accessible to everyone. To do our check-in today, please feel free to share any agenda points that you'd like to add outside of our normal circle check-ins, or if you want to share, any major brief updates, you can, and then also give praise on your turn. I can go ahead and get us started. I wrote my praise here, so it's easier for me to think and speak at the same time. I would like to praise myself, Ashley, Griff, Kai, and Lauren for participating in the first project verification party. Yay! Getting the give back stuff going. I would like to praise Bowen for taking the time to heal. With the recent passing of his companion, I have so much compassion for him. That's a hard experience. I would like to praise Griff for enjoying road tripping around Northern California and the Pacific Northwest and letting us know about his plans ahead of time so we can shift and adapt as we need to. And I'm going to go ahead and do my first self-praise for trying out new centering and check-in practices this past week for our communication circle and our project verification party that, people seem to enjoy. And I will pass the mic to James.
Cool, thank you. Hi, everybody. This week I've been working on some critical issues for the Giveth app and having some success there, slowly but surely. And feeling good. I would like to praise Lauren for her amazing energy and her good vibes, and Willie for his smile, and Amin for giving me a hand this week. He helped me out to think something through late at night. It must have been 2 in the morning for him. And I'd like to give some praise to Danny, because I love Danny very much and I find her super inspiring, and I feel like she really is a super critical part of Giveth and everything we're trying to do. And that's it from me. I would pass it to Matteo.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Doing well. As updates, well, it was quite a good week. Fixed some issues regarding mostly UX UI for the app. I think this week the spring is getting over, so it's going to be some good testing by Wednesday maybe. I'd like to praise James for always being so supportive in the development. Merlin, he's doing such an amazing work as a team member also for the dev of the app. And Dani for being amazing. She's always there helping with the stuff, and I love her presence. And everyone else, because I don't want to be particularly focused on many others, but I love working with all of you, so I have to praise you all. I'll pass it to Willie.
Thanks, Mateo. I got a lot of praise today too. I want to give a big shout out to Danny, because you guys are right. She is so critical and she does so much to bring this community together. And I'm especially appreciative of all the HR stuff she's been doing lately to make sure that, I think it's a big reason why there's so many of us awesome people here today, is thanks to Danny. Also praise to Hannah for stepping up to help out with improving our payment process and getting some more automation in there. She's a spreadsheet wizard. I think she's going to be joining the call today. But if not, I'll make sure to give her some direct praise. Praise to Lauren for the blog post, the what's happening, and I know that's just one example of the many things that she's been jumping in to help out with, and it's awesome. I always think that the work you do is so good, Lauren, so thank you. Praise to Marco for stepping up as a project manager to help out with the Giveth 2 dev team, where that was really needed, as well as the awesome design stuff he's been doing. Just when you think that the Giveth app couldn't look better, Marco comes out with some even more amazing designs and makes it look even fresher. Praise to James for being an amazing dev and lead for the dev team, and also just always having such a great attitude. It's very infectious. Praise to Mateo as well. Again, always working so hard on the DApp, willing to jump on things like Fiat, and always having such an awesome attitude. Praise to Monique. I see Monique being super active with Giveth Trace and making sure we get a solid roadmap and plan together for the dev team so we can work efficiently. And praise to Ashley for diving into the Fiat research. More praise, I'm sure, but praise to you all for all the amazing work you guys are doing. It's so amazing. I think we're building such an amazing community, and it's so awesome to see the progress lately. So thank you all. And I'll pass to Lauren.
Yes, I don't know how Forrest does it, like writing all these things down. So much like energy to write all the praise. So it's also a lot of fun. Yeah, updates. So yeah, this week I just worked a little bit on testing the Giveth 2 DApp, and I started working on like a announcement piece for the Giveth airdrops. I was gonna reach out to you, Willie, for some questions on that. Yeah, and for praise, I'd like to praise Ashley first for taking the lead on the project verification as well. I'd like to praise Griff and Kai and Marco and Danny for all the great feedback on the forum. I think it would be like an awesome thing for us to get moving on. I want to praise Mitch for starting to now like get the social impact campaign ball rolling. I think it's going to be super cool letting that out this week. And I'd like to also praise James and Mateo for doing such amazing dev work, and especially praise to James for working on this confusing dual chain contract thing and like answering all my many questions always. And I will pass it to Mitch.
Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'd like to praise Lauren for publishing the first developer update on the blog. I'd like to praise Edu for his recovery and return to DApp Node Dev. And big praise to Merlin, James, and Matteo for pushing out so many issues to test on Giveth.io. And I will pass it to Monique.
Hello, everybody. In the last week, I started just doing my job after onboarding, and successfully managed the first sprint planning at the Monday, and we're in the middle of the sprint. And I would like to praise all of my team members, for being everywhere and helping everyone, and lots of efforts to onboard new members. We're trying to observe one other front-end developer, and he's being everywhere. I would love to praise Mohammed for closing and developing all the issues we have everywhere in the every column of our ZenHub. I would like to praise Ramin, which is not here, but he's jumped into the new issues as a front developer and solved many issues in the last week. I would love to praise Griff for the very best feedbacks that he gave me during these 2 weeks, and I would love to praise everyone because I saw your post, your contribution in other teams, but I'm not successful. I'm not very in direct co-working with all of you, and because of that, I would just to thank you all. Thanks. I would pass it to Mohammed Rajman.
Hello, everyone. I want to praise Monique for taking care of Scrum ceremonies and helping us to test the features. He helped us for speed up test pipeline. And I want to praise Amin. Amin as a tech lead support all team members and helps a lot. And I want to praise Lauren for for her energy and being everywhere. And I'll pass it to Amin.
Hello again. Yeah, I want to praise Monique because he aligned our issues and allocate some room for testing and technically did a great job and forcing us to do the estimation on the job and the task and makes us to enable us to estimate how much we have worked every week, how much we want to do debugging, fixing previous issues, how much we are spending on our technical depth, and yeah, and defining a roadmap. Also, he posted a job description and he helped me match and he found excellent candidates for the front-end job position. And I had the pre-interview for two of them. They were very good candidates. We would have another technical interview. I want to praise Mohammed. He has not defined any border for himself. He helped us on the back end and the front end. He counter issues immediately when they are urgent, and yeah, it's great. He's great. He's a great member of our team. I want to praise Ramin. He's our new front-end developer. He's onboarded faster than fast, and he helped us in defining and improving our UI components. If you drop in and develop it with IO, you will see that the menus have been changed. Some menu and yeah, and the forms of are different than before. Yeah, I want to praise Churik to help us and define the new forms of the milestone, and yeah, I think other some details, and that is not easy for non-front-end developer like me. Yeah, I want to praise Lauren for allocating some bandwidth for testing and trace, and promised us to help us and testing that. Yeah, and I praise James. I just heard his question and didn't help anything. I just heard that question and he answered himself. And I want to praise all of you because I am seeing that you are actively working and various channels and US Discord. I don't make it longer. Is there anyone else? Kai, yeah, he's here. I wait. You pass it to Kai.
Hi, yeah, I'm distracted as always on this Sunday. So praise to Lauren from Maya for her wonderful hair, she says, and praise from me as well for Lauren for being everywhere. It's really awesome. Praise to Dani for also being everywhere, and I really love the stuff you guys do. Praise to the dev teams, both of them. James, Matteo, and I hope we continue to see more of Merlin. This is not working, so praise all of you. I will mute myself again. Yeah, jag kan swinga. All right, we give it to.
Hi, Maya. You can give it to me. You can give it to me, Kai.
We give it to Dani. We give it to Dani.
Hi, Maya. Oh my gosh. So I am not going to go through all of mine because most of you all said it. But what I am going to do is jump into the praise channel, and all of the praises that I heard that I want to second, I'm going to copy paste them and put them in again. I'm going to tell you why and use my praise time to tell you this. So praise to Willie Yogo and Hannah Jojo, who time this weekend to go over spreadsheet wizardry with me so I can understand what Willie has been doing for these past months for our payouts, and work with Hannah to automate and customize and make all of this singing of praise that we do translate into numbers and formulas and micro macros that populate things and help us receive tokens and things on the back end of it. So it's a count right now. So if you guys want to like really amp up your praise for some people, go in and do it again, is what I'm going to say. Don't hesitate for certain things if you think this is worth a lot to go in and praise 2 or 3 or 4 times on some of these items, because I'm going to do that for all of you. James, the stuff you're showing up on, I'm so loving working with you. Lauren, you are like a full stack Givether in all of the different ways. I so appreciate how you show up everywhere. And Ashley, I want to get a bunch of praise to you. Ashley did her full-time job description, and we reviewed that. And then she created her very own proposal on the Reputation DAO. And all of you now have new RGive tokens minted from this last quarter. So you can all vote and create votes for proposals. And I'm really excited about all that and everybody who contributed to it. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I want to cover. Thank you. I think that's almost everybody. I'm going to give it back to you, Forrest. I can't really see on my phone what's happening in these little windows.
I think Hannah is
No
Hannah
worries.
didn't talk.
Yeah. So hello. This is one of my first meetings, but I'm trying to help on the back end of some Excel stuff and make it a little easier to use. And I would like to just give some praise to both Willie and Danny for helping me out and kind of getting me up to speed, taking time to explain things to me, and answering all my questions. So thank you guys, and also looking forward to working with all of you.
Yay, welcome Hannah. Super glad to have you here. I met Hannah at a party at Eric Voorhees' house at Halloween, basically, and told her about Giveth. And she was like, she wanted to get into this space. She's like, this is amazing. Here are my skills. How can I help? And so thank you, Danny, or for Hannah for, staying up to speed and then coming to join us and diving straight into a really important project.
Definitely, thank you.
Amazing. Welcome to the team, Hannah. And thanks so much, everyone, for all your fabulous praise and updates this morning / afternoon / evening, depending on where you are. Without further ado, I didn't hear any additional agenda points, but if you have something to flag, you can always ping it in the chat or, just interrupt when it feels in the flow and we can make sure that gets added. I'll start off with an update from the communication circle. So as always, we've got like our important links here at the top if you want to dig in. For the latest and greatest, we brainstormed in our last comm circle on the Giveth.io website flow and how to improve the user experience and track some of those things. We also began sharing dev updates at the end of each sprint in the form of short medium articles. So there's one that's been published so far. On the dot integration, Ashley has done a bunch of research and shared options in the Dev2 channel. Sounds like there's at least 6 new options. And so the next step is for the devs to kind of review from the technical side and see how, if any of those options are viable for our application. We've been having successful meme generation parties after the community call on Sundays. If you'd like to join, please do after this call. There's a calendar invite for it, and maybe I will just copy that and post it in the group chat in case you would like to join, Hannah, or anyone who's not on it. Oh, sorry, there's not a link actually. It's in Discord. So if you're on our Give Discord, you can just join us on the voice channel and then post memes with using like an online meme generator in the meme channel. The next things that our circle is working on is creating a type form for obtaining feedback from Giveth.io users, so they don't only have to put in GitHub issues, That way the less technical folks can easily give us feedback, which we for sure want. Then from that, gathering feedback from the devs and also from users as a part of that form on what new features they think we should prioritize. So we can use real data to inform our decisions of what new features we're rolling out and how we're prioritizing that. Also, using autopilot and creating emails and plugging them into our email flows. Investigating how we can use, like, what is the best tool for doing a video screen capture and audio overlay so we can get started on our how-to video series. As Lauren mentioned in her update, she's working on like a short and sweet announcement article that will go along with the airdrops so people have some context of what this juicy airdrop is all about. And then we're continuing our outreach to press and media sites. And I'm going to add one on here. That is that we're launching the Calling All Changemakers campaign this week. Awesome. Any questions or anything else someone from the communications team would like to add to this circle update?
I can add that I can help you with that video screen capture and audio overlay stuff. No problemo.
Great.
If you need help.
Awesome. Thank you.
No questions. Just want to say you guys are working on some really awesome things. I think these are all really valuable initiatives.
Thanks, Willie. I'm just gonna bold this. Sometimes it takes a moment. But we're super grateful for Ashley letting me use this computer. I truly don't know what I would have done otherwise. Thank you, Ashley, if you're on.
It's not the greatest, but it does the trick.
You know, it's like Old Faithful.
Can you guys maybe give a quick overview of what the Calling All Changemakers campaign is and what that entails?
Yeah, absolutely. There's like a couple edits that are going on at the moment, but basically and you can jump in here if there's anything else you'd like to add, but basically we have a Medium article that's basically ready to go. We're making a couple updates to it based on our last Comm Circle conversation, and I think we're scheduling it for Wednesday or Thursday of this week to publish on Medium, and it outlines all the what our campaign is about and like how you can get involved in how can you like participate and apply. And it's basically encouraging people that are doing for good projects in the world to share about their projects and also add them to Giveth. And we're mostly distributing, like talking about the campaign. We have a hashtag for the campaign, so that's how we're gonna receive notifications that someone has applied. And we're mostly going to be blasting it out on Twitter and on Reddit. So hopefully we'll be onboarding some new projects. We're going to be like sharing about this and keeping the campaign going for a month. So over the course of like 4 weeks, what people get in return if they apply is like a loose word, but if they participate in our Changemaker campaign, we will promote their project. So if we get, a couple of entries, then we'll do more in-depth descriptions when we feature projects. And if we get like tons of people that are sharing, which would be amazing, then, once a week we'll publish a Medium article that's highlighting each of these participating projects, but they'll be like shorter description.
Sweet, that sounds awesome. Thanks for the quick information. You guys are probably going to tag a channel whenever you launch it so we can all go in there and retweet it and get it off to a good start.
Exactly. Yeah, that really helped with the launch was everyone's retweets and sharing like, unique posts and tagging us. So for sure, maybe we'll even do another one of maybe we'll even schedule like 30 minutes or something like we did with the launch where everyone can kind of jump in and hack on retweeting at the same time if they have any questions.
I have two just comments, I guess, or thoughts on this. One of them is the issue that we were talking about at the feedback pop-up being really annoying, and then the new form that Ashley's working on that will help us collect feedback in a more user-friendly and data capture friendly manner. And then between that issue and how people who are creating projects can request support. I've had quite a few people reach out to me directly because they're trying to create a project and they have questions about how to do that. I really want to advise that if we're putting something out that talks about the social impact, that we put a lot of thought into how we're requesting people contact us for support, and how we capture that feedback in a useful manner. Just from a timing perspective, if we blast a bunch of stuff out about all these great projects and we don't have those two pieces really clear and lined out and explained, it could get a little chaotic.
So I don't know if everyone else experienced it this way, but I heard you come through kind of choppy. So I just want to make sure I'm hearing you properly. Were you suggesting that we get the type form completed and implemented before the campaign launches so that as people are adding their projects or if they have like questions around the campaign, there's an easy way for them to get in touch that doesn't require GitHub issues?
I think we should be considering it. I'm not telling us what to do, but I think it would be a really wise consideration. I don't know if it has to be at launch or a fast follow type thing, but they're definitely related to each other and need to be considered together. And the other one is right now we kind of require people to join Discord.
Yeah, good point.
We require people to join Discord to get clear support. I think we need to consider other support channels for project owners and donors.
Yeah, so that was actually something on my that I put on my to-do list, but like I had a horrible week. Just in short, like I mentioned it in one of the channels, but my partner was like COVID positive, and so she was really sick only for a few days, hopefully. So she's doing good now. But so I did not get to do what I wanted to do, which is try out this Discord widget, which in general looks like this support bubble you see on other websites, and it allows guest accounts, I think. So if my plan works out, they could, log in from the website as a guest to a support channel.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
And the only other thing that makes sense for me is email. And email we have. And that's also one thing we said that we want to work on. How do we get everybody to enter an email address and so on?
Yeah, I will say that I went into the website and sent test emails to various newsletter and information things to see who would get back to me and when, and I haven't gotten back to myself apparently.
From which email?
There's one on the website that says get in touch with us or contact us for something. I don't know where it goes. It's a form.
Yeah, this goes directly to Netlify. We implemented it this way as a quick fix. We knew it was a bit hard because it's not easy to check, but I do check periodically, and nobody was using it. Now that we're live, I have to do this more often, it seems.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be one who gets notifications for stuff like that. That's what I was looking for, is to see if it popped up anywhere in my view, but I didn't see it.
And what is the email address like if for example on the Changemaker campaign, if we're not able to get the type form up on the website and implemented in time, I mean, we probably can, but just whatever, devil's advocate here. What would be the email that we would put in the campaign as like the support email?
We can make a new one, but sorry, you can answer as well. Sorry, Dani. It's info@giveth.io that we usually use, and it's mapped to Dani's account. But I can also offer making a support email with a shared login.
I'd love to be incorporated in that. The only one I know of is the Giveth.io. So if I could get in on that too, that would be cool.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see my message to myself.
Yeah, so if you did it with the contact us form, what was your message? 20?
This is a test to see who will get back to me and when.
Interesting. So I don't see anything from you, but maybe it's not working correctly. When I was testing it, it did work. But yeah, there are only strange spam messages here.
Excuse me, I have 2 questions.
Go ahead.
Can I ask? Yes. Where can I see the customer feedbacks that we're talking about? I think it might be useful for user for Giveth trace. And another question is, where can I reach the detail of your brainstorm on Giveth's website flow?
The brainstorm is where all of our comm stuff is saved on the Giveth Google Drive under the communications folder and then meeting notes. So it's just the most recent meeting notes. I actually have it pulled up so I can just drop a link in the chat. I haven't put all of this into GitHub yet. But all of the detailed notes are here. Let me just share the link.
Thank you. And what about the user feedbacks? Is there any forms or kind of categorize the content?
So far we've been pointing users to GitHub to get feedback. So there's some feedback that's come in there, but we've even gotten feedback from users directly that's not the best experience for giving feedback. So marketing is working on a type form. The communications team, sorry, I shouldn't use the word marketing. Communications teams are working on a type form that's going to be a better experience for collecting feedback. And Kai is working on a Discord bot so users could give feedback from the Giveth.io website and it'll show up in Discord. So once those are implemented, those will be the new places to check for feedback. And I think we're still kind of brainstorming what the best way to implement that feedback form is. That's right.
I'm really excited to help work on like collecting the feedback, categorization, and prioritization of what it is that gets incorporated next. But I think that we can do it in a much better user-friendly way.
Mm-hmm. So right now there is not any kind of documented or brief content that I can read, huh?
You can scroll through GitHub issues. Does anyone have a better idea for like what the best place is for right now? And then I think then stay tuned, and then hopefully in the next week or 2 weeks we'll have at the next community call we can share better up-to-date places for getting feedback.
So there's old customer usage feedback data. It's from like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. It's in the Giveth Google Drives under DApp development and onboarding, I believe. But I can look. I just can't do it right now.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay. Turn my screen again. Okay, so let's just put a note in here in red around where is this information currently found. Sorry, y'all.
First, when you're done writing that, I think we lost the screen share too.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
No problem.
Through GitHub issues.
It's nice watching.
And Danny, where did you say the old things were stored?
It's in the Google Drive, the Giveth Drive. I believe it's on, you got to go to Trace now, and then under Trace to App Development and Onboarding, I believe. This is from memory, and I think that's where it is.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Can we get?
And you guys cannot see my screen right now?
Yeah, I see. Can we use the form that you produced for our beta version on Giveth Trace? Is it possible?
Absolutely. Like, reuse them. I can give whoever needs it editing permissions if you don't have it already. But by all means, use what's already there, clean it, update it, and make it current.
Yeah, you would just duplicate it, I guess, and then if there's anything you wanted to change for Trace, just so that it's going into two different, like the responses are going into two different places.
I appreciate if you let me know what is going to be created or being used. Thank you.
Yeah, Ashley is the one who's leading the charge on creating that type form, I believe. So she would be the best person to get in direct contact with for when it's done.
Okay, I will type to you, actually.
Okay, awesome. So that's it for the communication circle. Any other big questions or things to add here before I move on? Okay. Governance, I put in hyperlinks here to all the recent proposals that have passed, which are really, I think this is the solution to last week when we addressed that Griff realized some people were left off of the proposal that had passed. So these are each individual proposals approving 2,222 tokens being minted for a variety of different wallet addresses, and they all passed. And then the one pending, there's, I think, about maybe 1 day and 24 hours, maybe there's 2 days or 1 day left to vote. So please go ahead and submit it. It's number 32, hyperlinked here. This is around Ashley and approving her job description and begin giving her regular rewards for her new role as community ambassador started like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago in April. And then this Google Doc is referencing her role description that Danny mentioned in her update in the check-in. So Danny, is there anything else you'd like to add to governance stuff?
So there's a lot happening this month in this area. So folks who, if you're not familiar with it, I encourage you to check out the aragon.onehive.org. with XDAI selected as your chain in MetaMask. If there is something that you want to get the Giveth approval, if you have a proposal, an idea, and you want to get that out there, sometimes we want to do a poll, but we might actually need to define what the options are that we're asking people to choose between. This is what we have the Reputation DAO for, to make on-chain recorded decisions about the direction we're going with various things. So I encourage you to think about how we can be using this and recording our decision-making process going forward. There's a few more people now in there, and anybody, even if you haven't yet acquired the tokens for voting, anyone can create a vote and ask Giveth to make a decision about something. So keep that in mind. Then this next month, what we're going to be doing is setting up payment processing in there. So going forward, our regular rewards are going to be administered by the Reputation DAO. So these are some important things to keep in mind. Yeah, that's about what I got on there right now. I'm just really excited to work with Hannah in the coming weeks. Mathy things are not my area of excitement or enthusiasm, and finding somebody who can do those things a lot quickly has been a pressing need. We now have that and are going to be able to take some quick leaps forward on how we quantify and administer source cred and praise, turn that into regenerative livelihoods for your contributions to Giveth. Yay, that's me.
And we can't wait to see you like one more week and you'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be flying into Costa Rica on Thursday. Yay.
Woohoo! Welcome.
With Forrest's new laptop and 2 other suitcases of other people's stuff.
Oh my God, so grateful. Thank you.
I just have a question, Danny. Once I heard you that there's a probation period for new team members to, propose ideas. Is there I think we discussed and we changed it. And right now, everyone can propose new things to the channel or?
Yeah. All you have to do is go to the link that I think is in there somewhere. That's aragon.onehive.org. And it'll ask you if you're opening an existing organization. Put in Giveth once you've connected a wallet on XDAI. And use the wallet that you want to use for interacting with Giveth governance. So just think about that. What's your governance wallet? And that's also where we'll probably distribute your payments going forward. Anybody can create a proposal.
Everyone can create.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, it takes at least 3 months of showing up in source cred and or praise and or meetings to qualify for reputation tokens. The RGive token is a reputation token for governance. So you gotta be here for 3 months, and then you qualify for it, and then you gotta ask for it, and then we'll get the tokens minted on the next cycle.
So it means that I can't vote right now because I don't have any tokens, but I can propose as a new team member.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
I want to follow up, Monique. That's a really great.
Wackadoodle.
Oops. Monique, that would be a really great thing with the roadmap
that's
that
okay.
you're working on. Once you've got those things defined, to actually create a vote for that would be wise.
I just created a simple polls, but nobody contributed my proposal. I didn't see any responses in the Giveth Trace channel, so I think the vote is gonna be kind of nonsense.
Work with the communications team a little bit here. Maybe Forrest is hearing this, that you need support getting some decision making done, because I'm hearing that. That just means we need to amplify the message in another channel. The Trace channel, that's a dev channel, so I don't know that other folks pay too much attention to that. If you've got something like this, it might be worth checking in and coordinating with the communications channel, because we do internal communications as well as external.
Thank you. Push me there.
Sometimes we have these governance meetings on Monday too. So if it's something that you think deserves having, a lot of the people from different, areas of Giveth come together and debate or discuss a topic, you can always bring it to the governance meetings, which are Monday, and the agenda is open. So definitely, if you have a poll and you want to get some votes on it, always an option.
These product kind of issues are being talked there, or there's unrelated.
It's it's pretty good. So product issues are definitely a good fit for it. Anything that you want, multiple people from the community to weigh in on, any big decisions are a good fit for that. So yeah, talking about roadmap and which features to prioritize and stuff is a great topic to bring to governance.
Thanks.
Thank you. Oh, do we lose Forrest?
Uh-oh.
What are we gonna do?
The sky is falling.
You remember where we were
Yeah,
at?
but she's removed. But she's muted.
Yeah, I think the next topic was the Giveth token.
Was the
economy.
Give token.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can cover for
I can say that we had our first verification party and it was pretty cool. And we figured out the places that we're lacking and the places that we were exceeding. And now we'll move into the next round much more confidently. But yeah, I think that the Give token economy, we're really focusing on the process for verification, like the verifying the projects that are eligible for them. But I don't know. There's probably more updates. That's just what I got.
Yeah, thank you guys for working on that. I saw the email you had drafted to send out to some of the friendly projects to test out the verification. That looked awesome. So yeah, so you guys know we're kind of doing some operational stuff to get these givebacks ready to go. So we're lining up the first batch of approved eligible projects that are verified, and so that when we launch the Give token, the Give Back campaign, there'll be on day one there'll be some projects that are eligible for givebacks. So any of these projects that are verified, if you donate to them, you can get up to 75% of the value of your donation back in Give tokens. This is going to be awesome. It's the first implementation like this that I've seen. We're kind of calling it, one cool meme around this is donation mining. So just like there's liquidity mining and you reward people who provide liquidity with tokens, we want to do donation mining. We want to reward people who donate with Give tokens, so they can help govern the Give economy. And it's going to be exciting. So it's really going to encourage people to donate to projects on Giveth. So thank you guys. Thanks comp teams for helping out with that and doing some of the heavy lifting to actually get that ready to go. Marco's also working on the mock-ups for this. So what this is actually going to look like in the Giveth interface. And the cool thing, one of the cool things about Give tokens is that we really kept the scope minimal. So it's not a huge feature that we're adding. We really tried to make sure that the development work would be minimal so that we could get this out quickly, because we're under a urgent timeline to launch this Give token. So Marco's working on the mockups for that, and I think next sprint or soon, one of the upcoming sprints will actually start development on this once we have mockups ready and a clear scope. The scope's pretty good. Fabio also, the final piece of this project is that Fabio from Balancer is working on a script to actually reward all the donors and take care of that behind the scenes mathematics. So figure out how many Give tokens each user should reward, and then actually update the vesting smart contract to, so people can come claim their Give back rewards.
I have questions. I have questions. One of the things that that comes to my attention a lot from people is, where can I learn more about what this means? Will the token be worth money? Is it exchangeable, or is it an NFT that's saleable? Like, are we collecting all of these types of questions? And like one of the things I've been noticing is a lot of our partners have produced really great educational information. So it feels like a great thing we could be doing in the run-up to when this launches, is just sharing great info that educates people about what is liquidity mining. And I'm like, hint, hint, Willie wrote an epic article on Cointelegraph. So like, who do we have in our network that we can start sharing their resources and educating our community while also building up those partnership relationships for when the token launches?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Danny. So as far as like where can you find information about the Give token, we've been doing our best to kind of keep track of a lot of this stuff in Notion, and making shout out to Forrest for keeping this all so organized. But here's basically all of like the documentation that we have for Give Token is linked here somewhere. But we don't necessarily have like 101s on what is liquidity mining and topics like this. So, but we are tight with the Token Engineering Commons, and I know they put out a lot of good content. So maybe we can, check out what they have and just put that out through our channels as well. And also just make sure it's available to our community too, so that we all know what's going on. Because this token stuff is very cutting edge, and even liquidity mining is like a year old or less. So it's all brand new concepts, and we are definitely on the bleeding edge here.
Okay, so I think.
Go ahead.
I just want to make a request then. In Discord, we have a channel called Tokenomics. So I think it would be a great idea if, as we find cool things, if we could be sharing them in there and keep an eye on that as something we can not only educate ourselves, but maybe put something together out of what we collect to write a little article that helps people know what's coming and learn more.
I love that. That sounds great. And we should definitely, I totally hear you. We should definitely be working with Khan's team leading up to the Give Token launch, which I think we're thinking is going to be about 3 months from now. We have this in the notes that DApp node is going to launch in 5 to 6 weeks, and Giveth will follow up later, 9 to 12 weeks after that. These are just some ballpark estimations. So actually looking like maybe up to 4 months, but we want to try and obviously bring this in as soon as possible. And so, we should be working on some really clear content leading up to this, because people are going to have a lot of questions when we launch this token. And so the more content we can have ahead of time, the better it will be for us, and the better it will be for these people who have questions. You had a couple really good questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to encourage us not to rewrite what other people are doing really well. We get to be the consolidator of the great information being come out and the disseminators of that, which expands our reach in advance, so that when we launch, we've already established a lot of those pathways.
Great point. Yeah, we don't have to put together our own content necessarily for liquidity mining if we can find something really good that Token Engineering Commons has done, and then link to that from our blog posts. You had some really good questions though that I just want to answer in case anyone else has the same questions. So you asked, is it an NFT or is it a fungible token? It's going to be a fungible, transferable token, and there's going to be 100 million. And so you asked another really good question: will it be an investment? So the Give token will not be an investment. We have to be very careful to never say anything that would make it look like an investment. So we should never speculate on the price or talk about what we think the price is going to do in the future. But because it's transferable, as you can see with all these tokens, it's anyone can trade it basically, and anyone can create a market for it. And we're actually going to be incentivizing people to deposit their Give tokens into liquidity pools so that other users can trade. That's how all these decentralized exchanges work, is that any user can come provide liquidity, and then once there's a liquidity in the pool, any other user can come trade using that pool. So it's going to be transferable, it's going to be exchangeable, but we just need to focus on benefits for the Give token. And if we do that, then and just focus on that, then we will be clear. We really need to be careful to not ever do or say anything that would make the Give token look like an investment, because it's not. We're not selling it, which will really help anyone who might be looking at it, any regulator who looks at the Give token, because we're not selling it as an investment. That's probably the best thing we can do to make it not look like that. But just to be safe, we should really focus on the utility of the Give token, the benefits, as opposed to the value. So really good questions, and those are all the types of things that we will, over the coming weeks, we should capture in blog posts and make sure we have really clear docs on.
Can I just say that 3 months or whatever it's going to be feels like very far away, and I feel like there must be some sort of lost opportunity there. And I'm not looking for an explanation. I'm sure there's a good reason for this, but I feel like I just want to flag that. It's a little bit frustrating, I would say.
Yeah, thanks for flagging that, James. I wish Griff was on the call, because he shared this timeline. So and I wasn't exactly clear on why, but I think part of this is that he's imagining just the amount of work that we have to do and how we can squeeze it in. So maybe I think a good next step will be actually looking at with you and the dev team on what the requirements that we know we have are, and maybe we can bring a timeline in. But
Yeah, I'm thinking
exactly
about.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I was just thinking about project management. It's either time, skills, or money that would make this faster, or is keeping it longer. So maybe we can find out what it would take if we understand what the critical path is on that timeline. And yeah, Griff's not available. It's his mom's birthday today, but he will be on the governance call tomorrow morning. So let's bring that there, because I would love to throw whatever I can get. If I know what we need to speed this up, then maybe we can do it. Is it that dev? Is it whatever?
Yes, thank you, Danny and James. This is a great topic for governance tomorrow. So thanks for flagging this. Because yeah, I agree. When I saw this timeline too, I was a little concerned, because we got to move quickly for sure. And now is the time to launch a token. Obviously, we're not ready to launch it tomorrow, so we got to find the happy medium there and see how we can get creative. All right. Other final update I think that I have for the Giveth token is that we are closing the airdrop, reviewing the numbers. We've made really great progress on that this past sprint, and yeah, we still have the goal to close the airdrop this sprint cycle and put that to rest so that we can move on to other requirements. All right. Do we have Forrest back now?
Can you hear me?
Hey, Forrest.
Yes.
Hey. Okay, cool. I don't know what was going on with that, but thanks for taking it, Willie. Appreciate that. I did my best to track all of your notes. Having some trouble with Notion taking a very long time to save, so sometimes it's saving over the things I'm typing. But yeah, without further ado, we'll go into the DApp updates. Amin or someone from the Giveth Trace team, would you like to give us an update on the latest and greatest there?
Let's.
Go ahead. Amin. Actually, we're in the middle of the sprint 5, middle of the sprint 6, and our goal is finishing some gas issues that we have. We also closed all new forms and for milestone proposal, and we just finished the main gas issues in the middle of our sprint. We expect that we do all testing, all of the issues that we have in our sprint until the end of the next week. And we're going to plan for the next sprints to, get things done for going live. Appreciate if you add some technical issues.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, good. Yeah, you said almost all of the things. Just be focused on the fixing bugs, and yeah, we have designed new menus, fixing some issues related to UI and backend about how manage conversation and better feedback to users. That were all the changes. Design menus. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's okay.
Okay, is there anything else to share on Giveth Trace?
No, nothing. Thank you.
Perfect. And what about the new Giveth.io?
So generally speaking, we are this week we've been working on 3 critical issues. One of them around smart contract wallets. There was work done on that before, but there was some edge cases to be hammered out, so that's still in progress. Emails have not been going out. That is fixed now. I believe it's not fully tested. So if you're doing any testing and if you're doing anything on live, you're encouraged to please check which emails you do and do not receive, because there's many different possibilities of different paths, basically. And the other issue is basically total donations not showing correctly in dollars and ETH, and that is now fixed. And so the end of the sprint is coming this week. So it's over Tuesday, basically. We'll be looking for some user testing, and sprint planning will be on Wednesday. And yeah, so if there's something you want in the next 2 week sprints, please talk to me or Matteo or someone else to champion that for you, or more ideally, come to sprint planning at the dev meeting on Wednesday and argue for that to get in, basically. Matteo, anything else?
No, as I mentioned in my update, many UI issues and fixes will be coming this week. So yeah, be ready for more testing. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you, James and Matteo. And one quick question. I believe I'm the owner of the Sunday Dev2 meeting. Should I go ahead and wipe those all from the calendar, or do you want to keep it there as a placeholder in case you need like a hack session or something?
Well, if it's not causing any harm, you might as well leave it. I mean, I would tend to, yeah. I mean, we've just literally tried out not having it, right? So let's leave it there a little bit for now, I suppose. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. And operations, anything to share, Kai?
Yes, took too long because I was activating a tab. So one thing is SourceCred got to work and they did a facelift. If you should see my shared screen. So I updated this thing. It was like not working. And now we see the new cred for the week in this nice overview. See, this is why. Oh, April 11th. Sorry, damn it. It just refreshed. Damn it, Lauren. In the last hour, you got 3 cred. James got 2. This is what every one of you did in the last hour, it seems. Like it just jumped last week, so that's more representative. Now we see how much like cred is being accumulated within a week. See, like here we see very clearly also, like I said, I had almost no time. I didn't do much. And you also see on the other side, like Lauren got a lot of praise, James, Mitch, because they have very high scores, Griff, Matteo, Dani, and so on. Like I'm really happy with this new thing. So you can come here and check it out. There's also this month and all time, and all time is also looking very cool. James is like fiercely on like you're getting ahead of everybody. Dani is very cool, like just overtook me this week, and I like that because it's deserved. Like I said, I wasn't so active. I will come back, don't worry. Yeah, so this I lost too many words probably, but I'm very excited. They have a new interface. There is a reason why this is 0 here. It's the actual token that would get distributed, but it's not a token on chain. It's like it has its own ledger, and it would keep that ledger. And we could not do anything with it except track it. That's why it's, and also because it's very alpha, we disabled it for now. We might switch it on in the future. Then this would be how many tokens got, created in this week for the cred, or all time. Like I have all time selected, and here we see the curves, right? So see how much cred was like accumulated in the beginning, and I don't know why it always dips down like this. Like there must be something crazy because they all the graphs do this. I don't know why they don't stop at the current point, but they always seem to have a slope right down. That's one thing, and as a little minor update, I was taking some time during the call to investigate that forms issue because I actually promised to fix it before. So forms work; they get received in Netlify. I made Slack integration now, or I activated the Slack integration now. So if somebody writes as a support message, it will get sent to the support channel, which now begs the question if this can be open or if we want to have it in another channel maybe. But just so you know, it's working and we do get support notifications here now.
And that's to Slack or that's to the new Discord channel?
No, that's just what I'm using. Also, a little trick for somebody like James who does this, likes to do this, because I just found out about this, and I think it's very nice. If you are tab, if you have if you want to do a Discord bridge, then you basically just get, if you have the possibility to do it like this here on Slack, like Segment, I think will work the same way. You just actually get the whole webhook, and then you append a prepend, yeah. No, append.
Append.
Before fucking English. Yeah. Danach. At the end you add like /Slack, and then it's a this might only work for Netlify, but I wanted to share this. It might be something on the Discord side that it then gets transposed from Slack JSON format to Discord JSON format. Just
Can you copy and paste that to me before you close it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing. Hey, Kai, Hannah, I don't know if she's still on this call right now, but she's a super spreadsheet wizard and wants to help import all of that source cred data and praise data into a dashboard for us that we can hit a button and it'll refresh and you can see people's updates each month or even each week if you're doing it that way.
Well, that's actually what this is by source cred. I wouldn't. This is far more complicated than you think, but I really like how it's working now. So you see, this week, they made it differently. This week, last week, this month, all time, and this is actually what you see when you go here. Like you cannot go wrong. This is boom.
Kai, is there a way? Because for the past months, Willie has been manually going in there and pulling those numbers and putting them into the spreadsheet for distribution percentages. Is there a way that Hannah can pull that data into a spreadsheet?
We would need to ask source cred people, Dandelion, or in the official Discord. I don't know, because I'm sure, yes. So the answer is I'm very sure. Everything is open source here and it's all deployed on our infrastructure. I just don't think that anybody really worked on alternative front ends for this. But if anybody knows, the source cred team knows. Getting the data as a spreadsheet.
Thank you.
Sure.
Do they have an API yet, Kai?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm only a user, right? And I use this one thing, and I'm very happy it works. And I haven't checked out the docs. I can
I'm
ask
happy
all
to.
of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I can do it too. We can hop over in that Discord, and Hannah's the one who will probably want to have the conversation.
Well, if you go over there, you will be second person to knock on and say, "Hey, hello from Giveth. It would be awesome if you guys told people how to use source code properly. More.
Hey guys, I just want to name that we are 13 minutes over, and so maybe this conversation can be held offline with whoever is involved and needed. And then Kai, if you have any other important updates to share while everyone is still on the line, let's share that as briefly as possible. I'm sorry, I know your section was last and we took too long on some other sections. But yeah, I just want to get this call wrapped and then start the meme party.
Yeah, no further things.
Okay, cool. Ashley, do you have anything to share around community? Updates? Let's see. It doesn't look like Ashley. Oh, she is still on the call. Nope, that's Willie.
She disconnected.
Okay, I think she disconnected. All right. Well, that's all, folks. Thank you so much for joining the community call. If you would like to jam literally with the GrooveBot and create some memes, we'll be over in Discord in one of the voice channels. And otherwise, thank you so much for your time today. Much love. And yeah, let's kick off a great week.
Yay, governance call tomorrow morning.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.